Hey guys, this is Seatman Sports, and we're going to be talking about my reaction to the Lakers' Game 1 win over the Miami Heat in the NBA Finals. Let's get to it. Obviously, this was a big matchup going into the game. You have LeBron James in his 10th Finals with Anthony Davis on the Lakers against his former team in the Miami Heat, who surprised everyone in the bubble, so Game 1 was going to be exciting, of course. And the Heat started off well, getting out to a 25-12 lead early on in the game. But that's about when the good things stopped happening for the Miami Heat, as from that point on in the half, the Lakers went on a 53-23 run, ending the half up 18 points. And to only make things worse, Jimmy Butler had a really bad ankle sprain right before the half started, as well as Goran Dragic went out with a foot injury and never came back in the game. As far as for Jimmy Butler, we're going to have to see how that ankle sprain affects him the rest of the series. He stayed in the game, but we don't know how that's going to affect him moving forward, and sprained ankles can be tricky. And Goran Dragic had a non-contact injury, and we don't know the extent of it just yet. But a lot of times, non-contact injuries can be bad news. I hope he's good for the rest of the series, but there's a chance that the Miami Heat will have to play without him, and that's a huge deal, considering that Dragic has stepped up for them in the bubble and has been one of their best players, regaining his starting spot in the lineup and being someone who has affected the game, not only scoring the ball, but being able to run their offense effectively. He basically took the place of Kendrick Nunn, who started for them in the regular season and was second in the league in Rookie of the Year voting. Now Nunn is going to have to come in and fill that void that Dragic left. Nunn actually did come in at the end of the game and had 18 points and looked really stellar for them, so that's going to be huge for the Miami Heat. Also, unfortunately, Bam Adebeyo left the game with a shoulder injury. Again, we don't know the extent of it, but he at least left the game and didn't return. If he's not as effective as he can be moving forward, again, that's huge for the Heat because he's such a versatile big man. He's been so good for them in the playoffs. And without Bam Adebeyo, he's the main guy that they're going to want on Anthony Davis the entire series. And so right now, the injuries are just piling up for the Miami Heat, who already were underdogs to the Los Angeles Lakers. And you know at this point in time, LeBron smells blood. He knows that if this team is banged up, he can easily roll through them in 4 or 5 games. For the Lakers, you couldn't have asked for a better game. They shot 55% from the field in the first half, 65% from 3, and made all of their free throws in the first half, which basically gave them a big enough lead to carry on the rest of the game. And just as they have done in the bubble the entire time, their trend of really good shooting has continued. And for the Lakers, that's going to be huge because you know that you're going to get about 60 points a game from both LeBron and Anthony Davis combined. But really, it's about where those other 50 points come from, and if they can get effective shooting. And their great shooting really broke up the Miami zone defense, which they had played so well against Boston in the last series, and has been effective the entire playoffs for them. And yes, they've made it this far with playing a zone, but unfortunately, the Lakers know, and even the Heat know deep down inside, that zone is for cowards. If you're the Lakers, though, this is the result you were looking for the entire time. A double-digit victory over the Miami Heat. Also, the Heat are leaving the game battered with injuries. You got almost a triple-double from LeBron James. Anthony Davis scored over 30 points, and the shooting continued to be good overall for the Lakers. I can't imagine this game could have gone any worse for the Miami Heat and their fans. Not only did they lose Game 1 by double digits, but having Jimmy Butler, Goran Dragic, and Bam Adebeyo, maybe the 3 most important players on their team, injured during this game is completely catastrophic for them. I'm not saying the Miami Heat have 0 chance to come back in the series, but the way things are looking now, the Lakers have to be supremely confident moving forward, and I'm supremely confident in the Lakers too. Like I said earlier, LeBron is a shark in the water that smells blood, and right now, it's feeding time for the king. For Game 2 moving forward, the Lakers just have to continue what they've been doing this entire playoffs. Lean on LeBron and AD, hit those open shots, play the great defense that they've been playing the entire series. For the Miami Heat, it's going to completely depend on the injury situation for them with Bam Adebayo, with Jimmy Butler, with Goran Dragic. And if they're down a couple of those guys or they're not 100%, it's going to take an amazing coaching game out of Eric Spoelstra to draw some things up to beat this Lakers team. And if they really want to come back in this series, guys like Tyler Hero, Andre Iguodala are going to have to be huge for them again, just like they were earlier in the playoffs. It looks pretty bleak for the Miami Heat right now. But if they're going to have any chance in this series, they're going to have to win Game 2. And they're going to have to win game 2 with authority, because they're going to have to show the Lakers that they're just not out of this yet. Hey guys, this is Seatman Sports. I want to thank you guys for watching this. Check out the next video I do after Game 2 of the NBA Finals. Also, don't forget to subscribe to my channel, Seatman Sports, where I'm going to be bringing you guys coverage of the NBA playoffs and all other sorts of things. Make sure you guys hit that like button on this video and let me know what your predictions are for Game 2 of the NBA Finals. Thank you guys for watching. I'll catch you guys next time.